Hi, my name is James Daggett, and I will be discussing the conflict between YouTube, a video sharing website, and Warner Music Group, a powerhouse in the music industry. According to Wired.com, Warner pulled his videos from YouTube after a disagreement about licensing rates. Warner, the first major media company to negotiate a deal with YouTube in 2006, believed that their payouts were too low for the creative content shared on the website. On the other hand, YouTube's problem was in the ad revenue that they actually received. With not enough monies coming in to please content providers and investors, they realized that they would have to do more to keep the content creators happy. Warner's position is simple: show me the money. Warner wants to be able to seek and attract their own advertisers, thus widening their revenue stream. YouTube, on the other hand, only seeks to limit their liability and keeps Warner's content available for their users. Although this may seem simple enough, they were actually far apart and a long way from coming to terms. The key to positioning is not to dig your foxhole so deep that you cannot move when you have to. However, Warner had no other position that they could really take, thus the conflict. When it comes to the interest, there are maybe dozens of underlying factors that makes both companies want to deal. For Warner, YouTube is an excellent medium for artist promotion. At the time, YouTube had 100 million users. Warner's artists benefited from this growing new medium. Also, the artists started to grow angry about their exclusion from the popular site. On the other hand, YouTube needs credibility in order to expand their advertising reach. With a media giant such as Warner, the advertisers would actually start to call them. Former President John F. Kennedy once said, "You cannot negotiate with people who say what's mine is mine and what's yours is negotiable." With that being the case, it is important to not only avoid that situation, but to utilize key techniques to make the process easier to navigate. One such technique used in this case is objective criteria. Objective criteria allows both sides in negotiation to research or recall key data about industry standards. This data may come in the form of compensation, critical or common practices, or other criteria unique to a certain industry. The use of objective criteria is important because it offers all sides a blueprint of how it's usually done. Another technique is mutual benefit. Mutual benefit is like a perfect day in negotiation. Sunny, not too hot, and clear skies ahead. The purpose of a negotiation should be to come to a common ground that not only all sides can agree with, but one that benefits all. Another technique is called positional bargaining. Positional bargaining is both a blessing and a curse during negotiation. A blessing because it gives its user a clear set of goals to achieve. It's basically, I'm here, and because of that, I want this. But the flaw is that it does not leave much wiggle room. It is easy to lose ground while fighting for position. Richard Baer said, "Know what you want in the negotiation section and what you can live without." No matter how much you plan, if something can go wrong, it probably will. In the conflict of YouTube versus Warner, the thing that went wrong was that YouTube called Warner's bluff and lost ground. Warner, in a major show of force, began to remove its content from the site. This forced YouTube to backtrack and change their position. When thinking about what went right in this process, much is speculation. However, it is clear by the outcome that Warner weighs heavily on the power of their catalog and won. However, in this, YouTube did not lose. In the end, they were granted the credibility they so desperately needed. In the end, Warner was granted the right to sell their own ads associated with their content. By doing this, they are able to dictate the method and price. It was actually a win-win for all involved. For YouTube, it was revenue neutral. And for the fans, they get to again watch their favorite artists.